going down a very dark and very destructive path. I mean, where do they think it is going to end? And I'll tell you where the possibilities of this, where it will end. And I know I cannot see the future. I'm just knowing from the past, and I can just see the path they're on. First of all, the government wanted to shut up anybody who opposed them because they were saying we need to keep the peace. Well, now the peace is not being kept because people are furious and rising up all over the place because of the Tommy Robinson issue, and also doubly because they are shutting down the presses, they are shutting down the news, and they are threatening the citizens with arrest if they speak. So free speech is as dead as a doornail over there. Dead as a doornail. And it's really discouraging and upsetting to watch. I'm reading different comments online, and I'm seeing different people saying they're hoping President Trump will save them. Well, hopefully. Of course, it doesn't really seem to be his place, but we're going to try to get through to get him to say something about it. So it just seems like everybody's in really desperate straits. I mean, it's the point where they pretty much have to decide if they are ready to leave the country or fight or what, because it's dangerous. Now, the first place this is going is, like you said, it's going to complete police state, martial law, totalitarian, no one can speak. It's going to be, Nazi land, Gestapo land. And that's basically where they are right now, which the government still likes because they're in control, but the people are very restless. And we look throughout history and we see what happens when the people are oppressed like this. Eventually, they're going to rise up and come after their oppressors, and then it's not going to be pretty. So we need to look to the history books. People would be well to look to their history books. I mean, don't do dumb things. Go to the history books and see what happened before. So that's one outcome, which is terrible. It means they'll just continue in oppression and oppression until the people just revolt completely. Complete revolution. There's a possibility of civil war, I guess, between the oppressive authorities and the people. There's that possibility. And there also is the third possibility of the country being taken over by the Islamists, in which that case it would go down to being about as free as Saudi Arabia. So, there's three paths they're on. Could be one of the three, and not one of them is a positive option. You ask, can they vote their way back? At this point, it doesn't look like it. The problems they're facing now would have been easier to fix 10 or 20 years ago. I don't know if it's going to be able to be resolved in a peaceful manner. So we see some very dark days ahead for the people of Britain, and indeed for many of the European states. So there'll need to be lots of prayer, and if there's anything that Americans can do, because we still have some freedoms and still have our speech, just please let us know. Thank you.